The Canadian Grand Prix is coming up. Formula One AWS Grand Prix du Canada 2024. Now, big news coming from the FIA. They're bringing their new 2026 car. It should be 30 kilograms lighter. 30 kg. Minus 30. You can't see that. I didn't think that through. It also is looking to use sustainable fuels, which who really cares? But hey, the Earth's less hot. I guess summertime plus 100 degrees. Stupid weather. It's also adding the great thing of active aerodynamics, which people have been using anyways, so I guess it's not going to change that much, but it's going to be more accepted. And something interesting, the additional battery boost. Like, don't they already have that? Isn't that ERS? I don't remember what that stands for. Nobody does. But it's going to be like DRS, where you had to be in 1 second of the car in front of you. It'd be 1 second of the car in front of you and get like a battery boost to your car to make it go faster, which it doesn't seem useful. I don't know why that'd be helpful. Also, they're making it out of a stronger body, so it's safer, and we don't get more of those, was it Grosjean that ran to the barrier and had his car split in half? That's a problem. Don't do that again. Also, so right now, we got 3 power units. We got the Ferrari, which is the faster one. We got the Mercedes, which is the safer one. The one that won't explode as often, unless you do George Russell and run into the barrier 50 times. I guess that'll make it explode. Then we got Red Bull, which is the fast and reliable one. And then we got Renault, which just sucks. Alpine uses it. That should tell you enough you need to know. If Alpine uses the Renault, but they are adding 3 more new ones. I even listed 4. They're adding 3 new ones, 2 new ones. Ford is taking over Red Bull, and Honda is coming back to F1 after it leaving Red Bull. Now they're back. And then Audi, with their new car coming in 2026, taking over the Sauber team. The Kick, Sauber, Gambling, Addiction, Problem, Trainwrecks TV, Aiden Ross. Something interesting is the cars are going to be smaller, which should lead to better races, theoretically. It's only by 0.2 meters this way, if that makes sense. Like, here's the front wing, here's the rear wing. That's minus 0.2 meters, and it's minus 0.1. It's not going to be that much of a difference. Pirelli's changing the tires, which will make them, they're making them thinner by it's 25 millimeters in the front tires and 30 in the back. So they're making them thinner, which makes the cars lose more weight, which make them faster, but it would also make them have less grip, I would guess, because it's thinner and more friction means faster car? Question mark? I don't know, man. Speaking of tires, Pirelli's going to be using the softest tire combination for this week. The C3 hards, the C4 mediums, and the C5 softs. They will be using this because the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, they're Canadian, it's not Italian. It's in Montreal with a French accent. Circuit de Villeneuve. This track has a good amount of straight lines and a lot of high-speed corners, except for like turn 10 and 2, which are hairpins. But this track is one of my personal favorites to race on in simulators. I can't drive an F1 car, surprisingly enough. This weekend, Esteban announced that he will not, Esteban Ocon, let's use his full name, we're not on a first name basis here. I'm only with that with Max. Esteban Ocon is leaving Alpine at the end of the 2024 season, which will mean the French team becomes less French. Is that a bad thing? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But on his running over his teammate in Monaco, if you haven't seen that yet, maybe I can do some editing magic and show it on screen here, question mark, I don't know. They will have Jack Doohan, their reserve driver. Doohan? Get a better last name. Jack Doohan is taking his car in FP1. Speaking of leaving, Perez is not. He is re-signing with Red Bull with a 2-year contract, so he will be there till the end of 2026 with their new car. while I would have loved Carlos Sainz there, or the homeboy Logan Sargent there, Perez being there is probably the best case scenario for Max, where they won't be fighting as often because they're already good buddies. Or Yuki Tsunoda should probably be there, if I'm being honest. So this leaves the option up, where will Carlos Sainz go? Because Red Bull was the main option. There's Mercedes. There's a spot Mercedes still open, but they're looking to refill that with their driver Kimi Antonelli out of Formula 2. But we'll see how that goes, considering Kimi Antonelli's like 19 or something. I don't know. He's young. Let's actually check. He's 17. He's even younger than I thought he was. Well, you're not Max Verstappen. You're not like... He's 2 years older than... He's only a year older than me.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What am I doing with my life? I could be driving for Mercedes. But since the Mercedes spot will probably be filled by him and Aston Martin's open, Aston Martin will have Lance Stroll. That's not an option. There's also Williams, which will be to Logan Sargent, which is very sad. We would love to see Logan Sargent stay in F1 because America. Sauber, yes. Sainz might sign with Kick Sauber and wait for them to have their new Audi car, which I think is the best case scenario for Sainz. Well, he could also go to Haas, which is looking on the up and up. They have actually been decent contention. They've been a good midfield contender with Aston Martin and Visa Cash App RB Red Bull crap. V-Carb. This is easier. Sainz does not have that many good options left. He's just got to sign quickly so he doesn't run out of options, which I think would be the worst case scenario for him. But that's a problem for later. At Canada, there will be 3 new cars that I could find that will be receiving upgrade packages. Mercedes, Williams, and Kick Sauber. Mercedes looks to be having a huge upgrade where they will... I don't know what they're doing, man. I'm not part of the Mercedes R&D team, but Lewis Hamilton looks happy about it, and that's a first with Mercedes. All that news out of the way. Let's talk about the actual Grand Prix. Last year, the top 5 was... Guess who? It's Max Verstappen. That's not a hard guess. He won everything. Then second place was Fernando Alonso in the actually somewhat competent Aston Martin that they had last year. And then after him, we had Lewis Hamilton in the actually competent Mercedes that they had last year. Then they had Charles Leclerc and then Carlos Sainz. The surprising thing of Alexander Albon in the Williams in 7th place, which got me good showing by him. I think in Alpine was also in like 9th or something. But with that all out of the way, so that's last year. So we know these people are good. We knew Lewis was good. He's good. We knew Max was okay. I'm going to make my predictions for the top 5 in qualifying, and then I'll get my race predictions later. Qualifying, top 5. We are going to have a pole position. He's been not doing that great, which means he's saving his power for the Groundhogs. I think they should make Groundhog Day Canada weekend. I think February's too bad. I think we need to make it beginning of June, Groundhog Day for Canada. After Max, we're going to have Charles Leclerc. That's what I'm thinking. He came off straight off Monaco. The Ferrari's looking really fast. And everybody else is looking pretty slow. Then we got Lando. I think he's going to get P3. Second row, still respectable. Behind the 2 probably best drivers on the grid as of right now. And then I got Sainz in the very fast Ferrari, and I got Sergio Perez in 5 because I believe in him for some reason. But I don't believe him in the race because I don't got him in the top 5 for my race predictions. For my race top 5, we got Max by like 30 minutes. I don't know. We're going to see 2023 Max again, I feel like. He does good in this circuit. He won by 9 seconds last year, which I mean isn't his best performance, but... Then I got Charles Leclerc staying in P2. I think the 1-2's not going to move that much. I feel like Ferrari can't mess him up that bad. Then I got Piastri, P3. I think he's going to get a good jump up. I think he's going to probably qualify 6th. But they're going to pull a Ferrari on Sainz, and he's going to drop down to like P8 because it's Ferrari. And then after him, we got Lando, his teammate. I think Lando Norris is going to do good this race, but I don't know how much I actually trust him, because last year, Oscar Piastri got 11th while Lando got 13th. And 11th higher than 13. And then in that space, I got Lewis Hamilton. I think those Mercedes upgrades are going to kick in, and I think he's going to get used to the car. I have a friend who's a Mercedes fan, and I feel sorry for them. You having fun there? Get your claws stuck in my bed sheets? Stupid cat. Now that's all I have about the Canadian Grand Prix. The race times will be... Oh shoot, I only have this in EST. Hopefully you guys live in the Eastern Shore, because that's all I got. Practice will be 1 to 1:30 to 2 to 2:30. So it's an hour practice. I mean, all practice an hour. What are we doing? Practice 2 will be... Oh, practice 1 will have Jack Doohan in the Alpine, like I said earlier. Practice 2 will be from 5 to 6. Practice 3 will be the next day on a Saturday from 12:30 to 1:30. And then qualifying will proceed at 4 to 5. Then the race will be on Sunday at 2 o'clock, which means I'll be able to get out of church and watch the race, which I want to do. And I have to wake up at 5 in the morning or something stupid for Singapore and stuff like that. Stupid. We should put all races for Americans, because we're just better. Anyways, that's all I got for this week in Canada. See you guys. I'll probably make a video Tuesday, just recapping on what happened during the race, if it comes out, if this video comes out in time. I don't know how fast my editing skills are. Anyways, see you guys in a couple days, and